All right, let's jump right in. The world of generative AI is absolutely exploding, right? And if you're a professional Java developer, you're probably wondering, okay, what's my play here? The big question isn't if you should be getting involved, it's how. So today, we're going to dig into exactly that, how the Spring ecosystem you already know and trust is the enterprise-grade backbone for building some seriously powerful AI applications.
You hear it all the time, right? The Gen AI wave is here, and it feels like it's all Python all the time. And look, there's no denying Python is fantastic for research, for spinning up a quick prototype. But that's only half the story. What happens when you need to build something that's robust, scalable, and secure enough for the enterprise? That's where things get interesting. So, where does that leave the massive world of Java development? Is it getting left behind? Not a chance.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with Java's place in the whole Gen AI picture. Then we'll talk about the Spring developer's backbone, the stuff you're already an expert in. We'll look at building with those core components. And then I'll introduce you to the Spring AI project itself. And finally, we'll wrap up by looking at how to build production-ready AI services. Sound good? Let's go.
All right, first up, Java's place in Gen AI. Let's really nail down where this powerful, mature ecosystem fits in. Because you know what? It's not about Java versus Python. It's about playing to your strengths, and Java has some serious ones. And this really breaks it down perfectly. Think about it this way. The Python ecosystem is incredible for that initial spark, for research, data science, getting a proof of concept off the ground fast. But when it's time to go from a cool experiment to a real enterprise-grade system that has to be scalable, resilient, and locked down tight, well, that is exactly what the Java and Spring ecosystem was built for. That's the professional's playground.
Okay, moving on to the Spring developer's backbone. This is where it gets really good, because we're going to talk about how the tools you already master every single day are the perfect foundation for all this. The best part? You're not starting from zero, not even close.
Yeah, this quote from Mastering Spring AI just nails it. A solid foundation for the future. What this really means is that all your hard-won experience with Spring isn't just relevant, it's your biggest advantage. It is the rock-solid foundation you're going to build these incredible new AI applications on.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, building with core components. We're going to look at the projects you already know. I'm talking Spring Data, Webflux, security, and see why they are absolutely critical for doing Gen AI right.
Let's start with the big one, data. I mean, Gen AI models are absolute beasts when it comes to data. They eat massive data sets for breakfast, and then generate even more data that you have to store, manage, and query. It's a huge challenge, and honestly, it's the exact problem Spring Data was built to crush.
So think about what Spring Data brings to the table. You get this unified API, so it doesn't matter if you're hitting a SQL database or some NoSQL store, your code looks and feels the same. The repository abstraction, that just wipes out tons of boilerplate code. You get robust transactions to make sure your data stays consistent, which is non-negotiable. And that advanced querying capability is so important for filtering and prepping the exact data slices your models need. This is what enterprise-grade data management looks like.
Okay, next up, handling data in real time. You've got a chatbot, right? Or maybe a system analyzing a live feed of information. You can't just have your application grind to a halt waiting for a response. You need to handle streams of data, and you need to do it efficiently. This is where the whole reactive programming model becomes a game changer. And for us, that means Spring Webflux.
And here's why Webflux is so powerful for this. It's non-blocking and asynchronous, which means you can handle a crazy number of concurrent users without needing a ton of hardware. It's built on reactive streams, so it's designed from the ground up to handle these data flows. And that built-in backpressure, that's your safety valve. It means your service can tell the source, hey, slow down, I'm getting swamped, which prevents your whole system from crashing. It's all about building responsive, resilient services.
And we can't forget security. I mean, let's be real. We're talking about potentially sending sensitive company data to an AI model or protecting access to a proprietary model you've built. Security isn't just a feature, it's everything. And this is where Spring Security comes in. It's the battle-tested, comprehensive framework you need to lock this stuff down properly.
Okay, so we've established the foundation is solid, right? The core Spring projects are ready for the job. But now for the really cool part. Let's talk about the new piece of the puzzle that connects your application directly to the magic of large language models.
And here it is, Spring AI. This really is the game changer. It's the glue that holds all of this together.
The whole point of this project is to make talking to an AI model, whether it's from OpenAI or someone else, feel just like using any other Spring service. It takes care of all the messy, low-level API calls and complexity, so you can just focus on what your application needs to do.
So, what is Spring AI really? At its heart, it's an abstraction layer. It's designed to make your life as a developer way easier. Instead of you having to learn the specific, quirky APIs for every single AI platform out there, Spring AI gives you one clean, simple, powerful way to interact with all of them right from the comfort of your Spring application.
And this is where the power of that abstraction really shines. Look how simple this is. Step 1, you use a portable interface like Chat Client in your code. Step 2, you just pick which model you want to use. OpenAI, Azure, you name it. And step 3, if you want to switch from one to another, you just swap out a dependency and a line in your config file. That's it. No rewriting your code. This gives you incredible flexibility and means you're not locked into a single AI provider. That is huge.
So, we've talked about building the code, but we all know that's only half the battle. Now let's talk about the end game, getting these things into production as robust, scalable, manageable services. This is truly where the entire Spring ecosystem flexes its muscles.
And this is what that path to production looks like today. It's a professional workflow you're probably already familiar with. You develop your service with Spring AI. You package it up in a Docker container. You use Kubernetes to orchestrate it all, giving you scalability and resilience. And then you wrap it all in good LMOps practices for governance and monitoring. This is how you do it right.
Because at the end of the day, scaling AI services is just a distributed systems problem. And guess what? These are problems that Spring Cloud has been solving for years. Think about it. You need service discovery so your AI services can find each other. You've got Spring Cloud Eureka. You need to manage configuration across a fleet of them. Spring Cloud Config. Load balancing. Tracing to see what's going on. It's all there. These are proven, rock-solid solutions for the exact challenges you're going to face. And that brings us to the single most important takeaway from all of this. Your Java skills are now AI skills. Seriously. Every bit of experience you have, building resilient microservices, managing complex data pipelines, securing enterprise systems, none of that is old news. It is the exact skill set that is desperately needed to build real, production-ready AI applications. Your expertise is more valuable now than ever before.
So there you have it. The foundation is solid, the tools are here, and the ecosystem is ready to go. Your expertise is not just relevant, it's critical. So the only real question left to ask is, what are you going to build first?